A young predator finds an unlikely ally and embarks on a treacherous journey in Predator Badlands. So we have a brand new clip here for the upcoming Predator Badlands movie. This is one of my most anticipated movies of the year. After what they did with Prey and Predator Killer of Killers, that animated movie, Predator is so back. It's bigger than it ever has been. It's getting more popular. It's gaining traction, and I think this movie looks really, really fun. We have a young predator called Deck on an alien planet trying to prove himself when he comes across an unlikely ally in Ellie Fanning, who's playing a Weyland-Yutani android. The action looks great. I think the predator design looks really fun. It looks really interesting, despite what a lot of people out there are saying that they don't like the design. Personally, I think it looks pretty cool. Having different looking predators is a good thing. I mean, all humans don't look the same. We have different races, ethnicities, different shades of skin color, and the same thing goes for the predators as well. So changing up the design, I think, is a good thing. But let's jump into this clip and let's see what it has to show us. I will have to stop and talk throughout the clip, guys, to avoid copyright, so I do apologize. But unfortunately, we got to do what we got to do here. So let's start off here at the beginning and let's jump into it. I love that he's standing there and it's literally showing like the entire planet is alive. Like the vines are alive, like the animals, like literally everything on this planet will kill you without hesitation. And the predator, he gives no shits, man. He's standing there with his badass blade. He's got barely any armor on. He's not using any technology. At this point, I think he's a young upcoming predator, and he doesn't have access to all the high tech the high technology that predators usually have. So he's just basically using a blade. But he's standing there confidently, man, and he's ready to throw down with whatever comes his way. And I like it. I think the action looks incredible. I think it really does. I think the CGI looks great. I think like the armor and the predator design. I think that the planet looks pretty cool as well. I mean, obviously it doesn't show a lot of it in this clip. It looks a lot like Earth in this clip. But we have seen other parts of the trailer where it looks more otherworldly. But he's got these vines, these kind of tentacles from this big plant kind of coming after him. He's got this blade with kind of like a heated tip, and he's kind of like swinging it around. And he's taking on this big kind of alien vine plant thing here. And I just think it looks really good. So he runs up the vine, he jumps onto the rock, and he escapes out the area. I've seen a lot of people on social media complaining about this. Oh, he's a damsel in distress. He can't actually fight back, so he just runs away. I'm like, you don't get the purpose of what's going on here. I mean, a good warrior knows when he's defeated, and you have to leave. Like, I mean, when you're up against something like this, where you know you cannot win, come back to fight another day. What's the point in trying to take on an enemy then you know you can't win? Retreat, recoup, get some more technology, work on your methods to come back and defeat it, or go around it and, approach your mission from a different point of view. But obviously he knew that he was outmatched there, so he tried to escape the area, which makes sense, I think, at least, anyway. And yeah, it's just that small clip there where he's fighting the vines kind of in that forest there. And I do really think this looks fantastic. I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing. And after the last two successes with the Predator franchise, like I said at the beginning of the video, my confidence is fully restored in what they're doing with Predator, and the fact that the marketing's been good as well. I like the posters, I like the trailers they've been putting out. And speaking of posters, what we're going to do actually, now that we've seen that clip, before we get to the poster, I've seen better cutscenes. They humanized it too much, and again, for fuck's sake, those are sensory organs, not dreadlocks. Good luck, not for my wallet. Man, I feel so bad for kids today. We had it good in the 80s and 90s. These kids are getting the shit end of the stick. The worst era in cinema history. I don't agree with that whatsoever. A young predator teaming up with a human. That's a storyline twist that I didn't know I needed. Yeah, I'm exactly in the same camp there. I didn't know I needed that either. Don't think we'd ever get a Predator story with heart. This sounds wild. This looks generally awful. Holy shit, that's hot garbage. These masks are so creepy. He's a new Predator, but I'm hyped. The director did a great job with Killer of Killers and Prey. Yeah, exactly what I was saying. No allies shown in the making of this post. Awful. We have, why have they made an alien? What made the Predator unique into looking and acting human? This looks great. Yeah, it's different, but looks like a blast. Yeah, I mean, so there's a lot of people here with a lot of different comments. I mean, it seems to be divided between people who hate the appearance of the Predator, and people who think that it actually looks good. Predator looks and sound retarded, and this is it. It's a young Predator. That's why he looks different. Excuses. They fucked up the design. If they nail the balance between emotion and action, this could be legendary. Yeah, exactly. I think it could be. I'm squarely in the camp that I think it looks good, and I make no apologies for it. I'm not a cool kid. I'm not just going to jump on it and say it looks bad just to be cool. But anyway, with those comments and that clip down, let's go over to this comicbookmovie.com article here, and let's go down and let's take a look at this poster here. So this is going to be like the ultimate adversary he's going to be taking on this planet. This is probably going to be the third act of the movie. I don't even really know what this thing is. It's like some sort of gigantic alien mutated bear or something. Like, I don't know. Like, its mouth is like half of its head here. But, I mean, he's got his work cut out for him, that's for sure. If he's going to be taking on this gigantic alien, obviously we saw it pop up in the trailer. But man, it's going to be a great fight scene to see him take on this thing, which is going to be really, really fun. But yeah, there's the poster there. It looks to be in Chinese or Japanese. I don't know my symbols. I do apologize for that. But a really sweet poster. I would love to have this framed in my room with my other posters. I think it would look fantastic. So with that poster down, let's just read a bit of information here before we finish off. It seems the studio was able to bring the movie in with a PG-13 rating because it won't feature any humans on receiving end of carnage. We'll see where it ends up, but our hope is for it can be a PG-13 that feels like an R. Yeah, you can push it quite far before PG-13 becomes too kind of brutal. You can get a lot out of it, actually. That's kind of our hope, and really, what that's about is just being able to broaden out the audience for a movie like this. We don't have any humans in the movie, so we don't have any human red blood, so we're hoping that it's going to play to our advantage. We're going to go as hard as we possibly can within these constraints, and we think we'll be able to do some pretty awesome, gruesome stuff, but in colors other than red. So, if you're chopping up aliens with green blood, or blue blood, or yellow blood, or whatever, as long as it's not red blood, then you can push the PG-13 rating pretty far, which is very, very interesting as to the criteria of what you can do in a PG-13. As long as it's not red blood or humans, then there's quite a lot that you can do within that bracket. And it says that they try to stay within PG-13 to appeal to a wider audience, which it makes sense from a business perspective. But there we go, guys. I just wanted to do a small update there. Actually, let me just read this before we finish. He starts out with a number of really cool gadgets. I've always felt like there's a link between the Predator franchise and James Bond. Okay, that's interesting. Part of what we enjoy about going to see is like, what kind of gizmos does he have? And I've been stuck in the past with my entries into the franchise, with Prey set in the 1700s, Killer of Killers set in multiple different decades, but all in the past. So I've always had to think, what would his weaponry be if it was a little bit more pre what we're used to seeing? Now I'm well into the future, so he's got laser bows, he's got an awesome laser sword that has multiple modes. His sword that he uses, he folds like a classic knight or samurai would, but then it switches into a different mode, and he can use it almost. He can use it almost like a glaive. You can use it almost like a glaive. Yeah, so we're in the future now, and we've got future tech, and it's going to be interesting to see how this sword performs, the laser bow, all the different tech. I don't think he has it immediately within the film. I think he just has the sword. But we'll have to see how that works out. But I'm interested to see which gadgets and technology he uses. But there we go, guys. So you see that clip there for the new Predator Badlands movie. What did you think of it? Like me, are you impressed? And are you enjoying what you're seeing so far? Or are you squarely in the camp where you don't like the design and you think this movie doesn't look very good? Whatever your thoughts are on the clip and the poster and the information, jump down in the comment section, leave your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions, as always, on what you think of Predator Badlands. We'd love to hear what you guys have to say. As always, thanks so much for being here. Make sure you hit the like button before you leave. Consider becoming a subscriber here at ReviewFlix as always. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date with all the latest content we have coming to the channel in the near future. And with all that down, I'll see you guys in the next video.